Hi and welcome to Scholar Tutorial. I'm Jay and in this video we'll be talking about CBT question type of classification. Ezobi Chinyere is the person that logged in. This person actually is a teacher in the school system, and we are going to use her portfolio as SS2A math teacher to actually demonstrate this. Now we have clicked on it, and when we click on that, we have this interface, and we can use this classification uh, item on the drop down of CBT to actually have access to that interface. Now this is the interface which this is the form which you can fill to create a classification. Now what we mean by classification is this is the type of questions that can have it may primarily have multiple versions of implementation. We can have that. We can say the question can be that is needed that you are needed to classify this particular listing of items into, let's say, metals and non-metal. That is one, and you have some numerous listing, and those listings will be classified or tabulated into those two parts, those two categories, or let's say three categories as the case may be. That is one. The other one can be that you were given a list of items, you are told to arrange them in hierarchical order, either in ascending or descending order. Then we will now be using the classes to be the classes that come into play, being the positioning like 1, 2, 3, 4 being the classes. Then the one that you place on that one will become the highest the highest in ascending order or the lowest in descending order based on the instruction of the question. Now right now we the text here denotes what you are going to be asked to do. Let's say classify this item into this. Then the second then this other one, picture, is in a situation whereby we will be using picture to actually denote this particular instruction. We'll use this one. Then this one is the explanation, giving us the detail of the answer, of the choice answers. That is the classification that is correct. That is, these ones are under this and this one are under this, or this is the highest followed by this followed by this, in terms of arranging hierarchical order. That one will give us the theory behind why those ones are correct. Then this exam explanation picture is a situation whereby you need to upload a picture describing that particular explanation. When we have actually inputted one of those one, can save, and saving them will have actually created a classification. Now we have we can have that the classification we are working on, maybe we'll call it let's say rank these languages in descending order of population of speakers. Let's say we'll just need only that one. We will not be using a picture for that. We'll not explain it, and we'll not, maybe even if we want to explain, we can come later and edit it and put the explanation right there. Let's click on to save this classification. Then the classification saved correctly. This is a button which you can use to deactivate it. So I use this one to edit it. Then this classification, you can click on classification to see it. You can see that we have created it. You can go forward by actually viewing it right here. When we view it, we have access to it's now telling us that no classes yet. You can decide to add about 3 classes, noting the first the first, that is the descending order of population of speaker. That is the highest number of speakers will be the first class, and the second highest number of speakers will be second class, and the third class will be just like that. So we can say that this one will be ranked the first, and this one is the second, then this one is the third. Let's write 3, and this one we have this one as let's say 4. Then that is that. You can then save. We have about 4 classes right here, and you save it. You can use picture in a situation where we are talking about picture. You can use picture as a classes involved. If there's no way we can represent it, the annotation clearly using this particular field, we can import class, import picture as a class we are talking about. Remember that this is the first class. This is the second class, this is the third class, so it's done in such a way that you can create multiple classes once. So right now I have created 4 classes. Now then each class will have 4 classes created successfully. Now we can add more classes if we need more. Then each class, now we can add options in this class. If we click here, we'll have to add an option in the class. Right now we are going to write it correctly. Then when the question comes up, it's not going to be ranked like this. You then need to specify the particular one that belongs to that. So the first one we're supposed to have right now is English. English has the highest speaker. Then followed by let's say the next one should be Spanish. This Spanish. Then the next one and our rank is Igbo. Right now this is actually wrong. Take it off, take this one off. Now we have that in this particular class of 1, that is the first rank. The highest ranking this by population is English, so it has only but one one option there. So it's not like we have multiple this one ranking 1. So that we are going to only input 1 for that particular class. Then we can go back. We can go back and back. So we can add to position 2. The position 2 in this case will become Spanish. Spanish. Can save that and move backwards. Then the position 3 in this case can be Igbo. That's position 3. That's the option for 3. Then for class 3. Then we can have the last one here should be that the option here will be T. Okay, we have actually created completed a question of classification. We have completed the classification this thing because right now it's complete. Let's see how it looks like right now. We have a classification. We have this. You can use this to see the update history. We'll be using it for this one. You can then create a question around this particular classification. The question I'm going to create was still going to use series and progression as the topic. We're going to state that it's going to be first let's say for this in 2 minutes, 4 marks for a duration of 2 minutes. You have this instruction. We're not going to use instruction for this. You have it this way. We have that have rank these languages. Look at how it looks like. They said the question was saved successfully. If you look at the question right now, it says that what the mark is for, and the topic is for saves and progression, and the time is for 2 minutes. Then we have this one like this, that the highest rank. They said rank these languages. You can edit this into languages in a descending order of population of speakers. So later on we'll go and edit that to languages. We have the first one. The is not in any particular rank. Then the first one that has highest population of speaker should be English. So English is now C, so it's 2C as the first one. Then the second one should be Spanish, that is D. This becomes the choice of the second one. And the third one, according to that classification, should be Igbo, so B becomes the choice of the third place, the group 3. Then the last one is TV, and TV is the A. So this becomes the correct ranking of these in a in descending order of population of speakers. Now this is how the question will look like. It shows, it's just the same way that it shows us same. So actually selecting it this way, it's now if we select it this way, it now tells us that it will now be correct, and you have a perfect score with that. Now that is that for that. Let's say we want to, if we click here, we'll be editing the subject, the question itself, but we want to edit the classification. Let's say we'll have to go move back a little bit. We'll move back a little bit again, going back to the classification interface, because we are currently in question interface. Now when we click on view, on this view we have this we can edit from here, but that is not where we can do it. Well, let's say we view the updates record. From there we click on edit, and we'll have a ability to edit this and put so that now we can see that it has been correctly edited, and it's now rank these languages instead of language. Now we have succeeded in actually editing that, and we have shown how that one looks like. Let's go back. Let's come back here. Then we have we have seen that we have seen this one. We can even view the update history of this one. Find out that it was changed accordingly. It was changed from language to languages on this particular thing. We can go back there. We can still edit it or deactivate it, and so no longer be shown there. We can view the question of this one. It says classify this into metas and non-meta. You can see this particular one. This is another type of it. The other one was ranking. This one is classification or tabulating. Then he said we'll have to classify into metal and non-metal. Then the metal set, lithium is a metal, that is 1. Potassium is a metal, and this other one is a metal, and the other 2, the 3 there, they are non-metals. So like this becomes the answer to this particular question. Then you can see the parameters of the question that this classification is attached to. Then you can actually edit it or deactivate it as the case may be. At this juncture we have come to the end of this tutorial. We look forward to seeing you next tutorial. Make sure you sign up on the scholars. Goodbye.